Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. Nice. Chris.
Yeah?
All right. Thanks for playing those 80s rock tunes on the way here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. You yourself played those?
Well, on the way here.
I don't use anything but YouTube for music.
That's fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But we were on our way here, and he's just playing some oldies rock. And I'm like, all right, Chris, what's going on here? And he's like, I'm playing it for you, Dad. I'm like, all right, I like it. So then I introduced him to Round and Round by Rat.
Oh,
remember that jam?
That's great. Yes, that's great stuff. Yeah,
we jammed out all the way here. It was good.
That's a good morning song, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
wakes you up.
But everyone, please welcome our 36th guest, Mr. Hugo Melgoza. Cuz, welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely.
It's not too far, you said, from the in-laws. So
no, that's right.
You know, that's which is pretty cool. So
hold on, Dad, real quick. I'd like to make a quick disclaimer. So just everybody watching, we just want to thank all the viewers and subscribers again for watching the Big Modcast. This is our season finale for season 3, episode 36. So another round of applause for that. We will be back soon again for season 4, hopefully with some even more exciting guests than you'll see right now. More different things coming your way. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more excitement as each season. We like to be progressive, try new stuff here and there, and hopefully get more entertaining.
Maybe somebody to dance up on the table for us while we chill.
Like not a stripper.
What?
Well, what do you mean by dance?
That's what I meant. I didn't want to say it. You said it, so you're good.
Okay.
I don't want to be the one to get in trouble. So
I'm just making sure we're on the same page because who the hell's going to dance on this table? I know I can. I'm gonna break the table.
That's what I was.
Well, Bonita.
Well, you what?
Far, right?
Just you get up on the table and dance.
I have no idea what Bonita Flash is.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know what you're talking
Hopefully
about.
the wife isn't watching this.
I don't know what you're talking.
But that's funny. But again, thank you for being here.
No problem.
Like you said, I know you need to do some catching up on some episodes when you get time, man.
Absolutely, I will. I will. And I know you sent me quite a few of them. I think 3 or 4. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on YouTube if you want to sit and watch, or you can listen, or however you want to do it, or you can watch and put it on mute if you'd like to do that, because there are subtitles and whatnot, right? So if people want to read.
No, there's not actually.
Right?
I mean,
Maybe not.
I can put subtitles. That's never came up as if there's any people out there.
I know.
No, people again out there, please subscribe to the Big Modcast on YouTube, streaming on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Apple or Google Podcast, as well on Instagram and TikTok at the Big Modcast for both of those as well.
Yes, and we need to get some Snap going. Snap is it Snapchat?
That's not really that big. I mean, you have to be super. You have to be like super big for that kind of stuff. But no one really messes with that.
I guess I'm not that super big yet.
No, we are currently as far as this episode goes, we are 14 subscribers away from hitting our 200 subscribers. So please go out there, subscribe, like, share, send it to all your friends, and help us reach higher views.
Put us out there, and I'm pretty sure maybe we'll get there with this guest we have in today. Maybe we'll get them 14 right after this episode.
14 people?
Oh, yeah.
No, but that is my favorite number, though.
14?
See, yes, I knew there was a reason why we had you in here today.
It really is.
Really, from number 14?
Yeah. Award in high school.
Heck yeah.
Grade school, you name it.
Right.
Well, now I'm trying to think of players who wore number 14 that you may be fans of.
Okay, since we're on that subject, why number 14?
That's what it was in high school. Football-wise, that's what I love. Mainly it was football. And
that was your sport,
and that is what they gave me when I got there in high school.
Yeah.
And so it was number 14 from there on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Even when I play fast pitch.
Well,
I try to get it, but then Paez, Tomás.
Tomas was 14?
How's his number as well.
Since when? Because he used to wear like 99 or...
Right. Me and him had to wrestle it out with the Eagles. No, I'm kidding.
That's funny.
No, there wasn't like your dad or no older brother or no one else in the family. Just 14.
Yeah,
so, you know what? I won 14.
Yeah, and well, my brother.
Is that the age when you started drinking? Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe, yeah, that or doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, doing it.
No, I'm kidding. Man. But no, yeah, about 14, and then so I had a nephew too that, and I don't want to get sentimental here, but he was Uciel Pacina, and he was 14 as well, and and that's what I like because I had that number to begin with all them years, and then he had that number as well too. So.
Okay, that's cool.
So, anyways, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. How you been, bro?
Good, man, good. Just staying healthy and la familia, everyone's good. So that and just busy.
That's good.
Busy.
That's a good thing, man. I think the last time you and I spoke might have been. Do you remember? Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe. But man, you seen all kinds of people. So
I did. I do remember seeing you at my gig.
Okay,
so down at the parlor.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking was.
Yes.
Daryl Stewart's 50th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lisa, his wife Lisa, and
right.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know them that well, but a friend of mine who connected me with them to do that gig.
Okay. Yeah, that was going to ask you how'd you get that gig?
And Julie Garcia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's real good friends with Lisa.
Okay.
So that's how we got connected. And luckily enough, I was open that evening too to do it for him. And so, but it was neat. You were
no, it was good. It was a good time. That was the first time that I've ever been in that little
area downstairs.
Yeah. I didn't realize they had that there. I had been upstairs before at the bar, and we went up there. That was for Jose's.
I was in there.
It was for your cousin Jose's wedding.
Plan.
What do they call it?
Proposal.
Proposal. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's what it was.
Proposal party
during the summer, I think it was, and. So I didn't know they had that hall down in the basement. So, and it was pretty cool, pretty nice.
And neither have I. I've never been down there.
So that was your that was your first time playing in that spot?
Yeah, or even go down there as well. I didn't know it existed.
We might be getting a little ahead of ourselves here. We keep saying gigs and playing here and there, but we have yet to introduce what you do.
Right.
We might as well get into that.
No, we're going to wait.
You're going to wait? Yeah, it's a secret. You guys are going to find out later.
Keep the people guessing on what's going on here.
Right.
Yeah, so I know you've been staying busy. I actually tried to book you. But you were out of town. I believe you're in Vegas?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I went there for the Raiders game.
Oh, okay.
That was that weekend, the last weekend of the season.
Oh, okay.
And we were wanting to go to the game as well.
Yeah.
But it got moved. It got flexed from Sunday to Saturday. And so we weren't leaving until 9:30 on Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And so some people did. People that were going to go with, they got there and they were able to go to the game and all that. But again, we weren't going to do all that. I mean, but we got there, and what was awesome is going through the whole city and seeing everyone with their Chiefs gear.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been in another city like that where just everyone's wearing Chiefs stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we met my daughter. She was down there too. She lives in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she lives in L.A. She's trying to get her master's in California State, Fullerton.
Okay.
And so she came up. She was supposed to come in for Thanksgiving, but she couldn't make it. Her boyfriend's father passed away. So.
It's too bad.
But that's all right. But we had a great time, though.
That's cool.
Vegas. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, you have to have a great time in Vegas, right?
Right.
Because I'm not going to ask you what you guys did there because apparently it's supposed to stay there. So what's
right.
Right.
No, what we did do is just ate and drank.
Yeah.
That's it. That's pretty much
sounds like isn't that what they do on those what do they call those boats you take trips
a cruise ship?
Cruise ship. Yeah, that's all people say is we get in a cruise and then we just eat and we drink and then we eat and we drink and that's like all to do on a cruise ship, you know. No, that's
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool. You guys hit like a bar down there.
We hit a lot of casinos.
Casino. I guess so. Yeah, casinos.
And so we're there, of course, Sunday, right?
Yeah,
because we left on Saturday. And what was neat to say was Sunday football all day, right? So we went to the Circa down in the Main Strip on Fremont.
Okay.
And they remodeled that, it seems like, or something, because down on the Fremont, it's pretty, it's locals and pretty, it's really old.
Yeah. So you've been there before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Wait, did you say it's locals or locos?
Both.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of locals.
A bunch of local Locos.
Locos.
On the strip. There you
Yes,
go.
absolutely. But what I'm getting at is, so I walked into the Circa, and guess who I run into when I was walking in? You know Anthony LaPerry?
Yes.
So he was there with his wife, and then Daniel was all there as well. They're there for the game also.
Okay.
And so they're wearing these wigs with like mullets. And I was like, what are they doing? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And anyways, I said hi and stuff, and we're just happy to see each other. And so
Daniel, which Daniel? Who Daniel?
LaPerry.
Oh, okay.
Anthony's boy, I think.
Yeah,
Anthony's boy. And so, anyways, we said hi and everything. They leave, and so, anyways, we go inside to the casino, and then we start walking, and then to the left was the big mothership of sports betting. They had a huge wall. Then they had all the levels that go down, and oh my God, it was amazing. So that's where we went for most of the evening to bet on some games, and it was awesome.
How'd you do?
Even.
Okay.
Let's say even.
No, that's good to come out of there even.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sports bettor. I have, even though it's legal now. Yeah, I know a lot of people that do it, but I've never really tried to do it, and it's maybe a good thing that I don't.
Yeah, same here. 'Cause I do like my money, and I don't giving it away.
Literally everybody who's my age is freaking sports betting right now.
Gee.
Like everybody, because they're really good. I can't think of the app. It's
the DraftKings.
DraftKings. Yeah,
Yes.
it's DraftKings.
Bing, bing,
Yeah,
bing.
FanDuel. Yeah, exactly. So they'll do promotions where they say all right, here's 50 free of our their currency to use on any bet you want, just to bring you in, and then it gets pretty hooked because there's some pretty easy statistics and bets you can make. Say Patrick Mahomes throws for 300 yards on a $5 bet. Oh, you're easily gonna win that. They're
right.
So
they're
a lot
really
of people bet pretty much. Everybody bets on the same thing. I mean,
parlays is what we call them. Parlays
okay.
where you can bet, like he's saying, on stats, whether it's receiving, rushing. But what's hard for me is what I never understand is under and over.
Yeah.
Over under.
I don't know any. I was trying to learn it when I was down there, but I was just betting on just who wins the game. That was it.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
That's it. That's all I know.
Not who's going to do what or how many yards he's going to get.
I don't remember which rapper did it, but someone put down $1 million for the Chiefs.
That was Drake.
It was Drake.
Yeah, to beat
Cincy.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
And that's always been a curse, though.
Yeah.
Because anytime he bets on that team, then that team loses.
Really?
Yes.
I've not. I'll have to look up that statistic. I didn't know.
So you think he did that on purpose?
Well, I mean, I don't know. He's from Toronto. Who knows who he was going for?
Yeah, exactly.
he won $2 million, so whatever.
Right. That's chump change for him.
I know, right? He probably just threw that right back in the hat.
Right.
I've never been good at that. The only kind of betting I've ever done in a casino, I just stick to the freaking blackjack.
And that's what I did play in Golden Nugget. And let me tell you about this real quick. It's pretty neat. So while it's more of my pace, and not only that, the bettings, they were only I think $5.
Yeah, $5 chips.
Most
I play $15 hands.
So if you go on the main strip, though, it's the minimum's 15 and on. And I'm not trying to say I'm cheap. I just don't bet as much.
Right.
So that blackjack tables there, though, what's neat is if you hit a 22 or 21, then there's a little circle. And there's a wheel that turns around. And on the wheel, it had $94,000 you can win if you hit that wheel. Right. And then there's, of course, from $20 all the way up to $100 that you get in chips back. Yeah. But I did hit the 22s and the 21s here and there about, 7 times.
Damn.
And not once did I ever hit the 94,000.
What was the highest did you hit? Maybe $100 was the most?
No, it was always $20. Always. And I'm I told the dealer, I'm like, can we collaborate, or what do you call it? Can we fix this a little bit? Because it keeps going down to $20. Come on, when is the 94?
Help brother out. Yeah,
right. I'll give you a piece of it, man. Just come on, help me out here. All right, come on.
And in Vegas, you tip the dealer,
right?
And that's what I kept doing. So it's come on,
come on,
give me something,
come on.
I think I'd be addicted to gambling if I really took it seriously. I usually every time I've gone, I take in 100, I lose 100.
Right.
Like, even though I've gone up, I'm like, all right, okay, hopefully some. I'm like, no, once I lost 100, I go, all right, I'm going to walk away. I have to walk away.
Right.
Because I think I could spend the whole day there.
But then again, the other thing that I did learn is that, there's got to be more than just 4 people at the table because of the cards that are
Because we got to beat the dealer.
Exactly. You got, exactly. Because if it's only you and the dealer, the odds are terrible.
Right, yeah.
Odds are terrible. So anyways, that's what I learned in Vegas.
That's cool. And what about the wife? Did she just...
Her and my daughter just watched and brought me drinks
while you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Wishing you luck, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, my wife wanted a new car, so I'm like, no.
That's what you're trying to get, right? Heck yeah. Hell, y'all could have bought a new house. Who knows, right?
I'm kidding.
How do we meet? How far back would you think, or...
I think it was before even softball.
Think so?
Yeah, because remember back to American Legion, the Legion?
Yeah.
And we used to go all there for parties and whatnot.
Okay.
So I think that is how we actually met. And not only that, just other gatherings that were around through West Side in Argentine. Yeah. And I think, pretty much. I think that's it. And then, of course, once we start playing ball, we saw each other like, hey, what's going on, cuz?
Yeah, because, that's that. And then it's because I'm sure you heard in your cousin Lisa's when she came in here. And so it was my wife knew your cousins, Robert and Louis.
Yes, exactly.
And so did you go a lot there too?
Absolutely. Yeah, we used to
so
go there.
You probably knew Sandy and her sisters.
Yes. Oh yeah. Because they lived in that big hill. The big hill.
Yeah.
And
Lowell. Yep.
Right. And my Theo, he would just welcome us all the time. Man.
Right.
And my Tia's over there making whatever, like pozole or caldo, whatever.
Yeah.
And but then the girls would come over too and just hang out, and we'll just all be playing in the front yard or inside the house. So yeah, absolutely. So but then my parents knew her parents very, very well.
Yep. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I think that all started, of course, because of that. And not only that, I think I don't know if you remember, and you and I talked about this a little bit, the Cursillos.
Yes.
Yeah. I think their parents used to go as well. To the Cursillos, and that's how my parents became good parents with your wife's parents.
Yeah, and that's how my mom and dad knew your mom and dad as well.
Okay.
Yeah, through the Cursillos.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, through the Cursillos. That's so. I'm going to tell you that they knew each other before we all did.
Yes, correct.
Through the Cursillos.
There's a lot of folks that we met, even back to Hera Zamora.
Yeah, the Zamora family. Yep.
Even Juan.
The Olivas family.
Yeah, Olivas. I can't think of this.
Ramirez?
Yeah, Ramirez. Juan Ramirez, too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I had his cousin Agustin Ramirez in here, and same thing. We talked about
Is that right?
He was
wow.
Oh, yeah. He goes, our parents knew each other before we did.
Right.
So
and then that's what happened. We'd go to their gatherings, and that's when we started hanging out.
We'd all be out in the parking lot.
Yeah. Being chiquillos.
Yeah, doing whatever.
We were trying to imagine all of you guys as young. Just as a bunch of teenagers.
Just a bunch of kids just running around, and then now we all know each other as adults. And I mean, growing up, like you said, softball.
It's 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, those are some good times.
No, it really is.
Where exactly did you grow up?
So I grew up on the west side.
Okay.
Sacred Heart Parish.
Okay.
26 Madison. And then, of course, next to it is the Boulevard Brewery.
Okay, so you're right.
Yeah, literally, right there on 26, and by Sacred Heart Gym.
So let me see if I get to picture this. I'm not real too familiar with the streets there, but I know where you call Luther.
Yes,
where they grew up.
Correct.
On that street. So you're kind of like down the hill from them, or
yes. So we all grew up on the same block. All of our cousins and primos, and that's what made it a whole lot fun for our childhood, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And but yeah. So okay, Mateo, we lived. Okay, let's start this way.
Okay.
So where the church is, on the corner of there is my grandfather's house, Grandpa Lorenzo Lopez.
Okay.
And my grandma Carmen Lopez. Okay. So that's their house. And then across the street is the first house, and that's my mom and dad's house. That's where I grew up.
Okay.
And then across the street from then I had a Theo that lived across from us.
Yeah.
And that was my Uncle Manuel. and then up the street was my Tio Beto and Luther and everyone else that lived up there. So, and then of course we had everyone else that lived on the block, the Roscoes, the Francos, and Albert and BJ. Yeah. So. Wow. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Our childhood was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you grew up with all them guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool because it's the same thing for us, on the street that I grew up. I mean, from birth to 5 years old, I was down in the Armourdale area in KCK.
Okay, yeah.
And then at the age of 5, we moved to Argentine. And that was, where I grew up until I got married, right? So lived there, and then across the street, I had my dad's brother, Antonio, lived there, and then a couple of houses down, my Uncle Danny, my Uncle Danny lived there, and so and that's cool, and
it is.
Everybody, and then like Juan Olivas just lived right up the street from me. DJ Spin was on the other block.
Okay, I didn't know he lived over there.
The three of us,
DJ Spin.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, the three of us grew up together, like brothers. I mean, just just from childhood, until we all
and getting into it, whatever, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Our childhoods, they're a lot of fun. And see my kids complain though, right? Because I live in Rosedale, right?
Okay.
So
right now you live in Rosedale.
Yes.
Okay. And real quick, how many kids do you have, guys?
Three.
Okay.
Three. But my kids would always complain because what's over there on 39th Street in KU Med?
Right.
Bunch of students. Bunch of students. So there's no children around at all, and they didn't grow up with any children on my block at all, or no one like that.
Okay.
So then I tell them, I said, hey, well, the college students are always having parties. Go join them. they'll maybe teach you some things. No, I'm kidding. That's bad influence.
I know. Well, let's figure out how old are they? I know. I was like, hell yeah. I said, I know your daughter. You said your daughter's in college, but these other
10
ones?
10 and 12. No, I'm kidding.
That's when I started. That's when you should.
Right. At 14.
14. That's right. We're going back to the 14.
That's right. Yeah. What schools did you attend there in the West Side?
So I started first off at OLA, and that's where, of course, all of us went to.
Okay.
Our Lady of America's high school, and we did have nuns back in them days at the Catholic school. It's a Catholic school, and so the main school was around the corner, right behind the church, Sacred Heart Church.
Okay,
and that was the I shouldn't say elementary, but the grade school. And then the middle school, I guess, for LA was on 23rd Street by Our Lady Guadalupe. Mm-hmm. So behind it was the actual for the middle school. Okay. From that, meaning that went up from 6th to 8th grade.
Okay.
And then the younger kids went from 1st to 5th at where I lived behind Sacred Heart. Uh-huh. So, anyways, that's where I went to grade school, and then I moved on to St. Pius, and St. Pius was a tradition in my family. It's because pretty much all our siblings went there. The only one who did not go there was my sister Jackie. She went to Bishop Miege.
Well,
so, yeah.
Back in the day, were those the kind of nuns that had the rulers over there with their veils on?
Seriously, they did.
Yeah, they're the scary nuns, man.
They did.
Pray to the Lord.
I got that a lot. That's why I do remember that.
Where was St. Pius?
Oh, okay. It was up north, past.
Was that the one up on the hill, right off the highway?
Yes, exactly off of I-29.
Is it 20? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I-29.
So you guys went there.
Then it goes left. Well, it goes right to 29. It keeps going. Or, no, I'm sorry, left to 29, then right to I-35.
Okay.
That takes you all the way up to Cameron and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where that one's at.
That's the St. Pius is the high school? Or
correct.
The middle school?
The high school.
Oh, okay.
And so all that was there was Italianos, Mexicans, some gringos, and 2% black.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, but it was mainly all Italianos.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, and so they were favored all the time when it came to basketball or whatever sport that we're playing in. And so, but you got to have talent, to start or get some game time, So.
Right. Is that school still there?
Yes. They remodeled it. They put when I was there, our stadium was, let's say like Harmon's back in the day.
Okay.
not good looking at all. And
Right.
the field was really rough.
Yeah, just
But I guess there were some alumni that
threw some money in there.
yeah, they threw some money and they built the whole thing, and they put new turf, and then
Nice.
they put a whole new like a suites and whatnot, and new bleachers. They redid the whole thing. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, can I go back and give me let me play a little bit, so I could run on this turf.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that's where Pice is at, up north. And again, that's why we chose that, is because, it was a tradition in my family. With that, or if not, it's going to be a public school. And nothing against any public school on the Missouri side, but it was either Westport or.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Westport.
Yeah. No, my parents didn't want us together. So.
No. What sports did you play in high school?
Baseball, football, and I wrestled.
Okay.
Wrestling, man, the freshman year, I think that was, because I forgot what it's in the winter. Yeah, it's in the winter. But Luther did it with me too.
Really?
Yeah, we did it together. We're on the freshman team and whatnot.
What's the age difference between you and Luther?
7 months.
Okay.
No, almost a year.
Dang.
Because he's August 7th and I'm August 20th.
Wait, okay. What year did you graduate?
See, yeah, you're right. Wait a minute. I got to go back now. Yeah, I think, no, I'm older than Luther for sure. But
Really?
But so 90 is when we graduated.
You guys, okay. Both you guys graduate together?
Yes,
90.
correct.
Okay.
So going back to OLA, I shouldn't say flunked, but they held me back twice.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, only because my parents, they used to get us all, and we used to haul down to Mexico for about a whole month.
Really?
And I don't know if you guys ever did that, but we used to journey all the way down.
Yeah,
and
we
drive.
we never did
And
that.
We're the Griswolds, basically, driving all the way down in a big old station wagon.
Right, yeah.
And then a bunch of stuff on top of the wagon. And but man, that was a journey. It was like 36 hours because we used to go to Guadalajara, and then we used to go to La Barca. And then because we have family there also, and then I have a tío that lived in Manzanillo as well. But anyways, yeah, we'd caravan down there with even just other family members, and like Enrique Charan and their families. They followed us down there one year.
Yeah, shout out to the Charans.
Hey, exactly. But yeah, man, what do you call it? So anyways, we were there almost a full month.
Wow, just miss a whole month of school.
Your school, exactly. And then so when I get back, it'd be like, hey, did you keep? And they'd give me homework and stuff like that. But did I care? At that time, I said no. So and then not only that, I mean, I really had a hard time learning English,
so Spanish was your first language,
exactly. And so we spoke in the house all the time, just Spanish. So how's my English today? All right.
Yep. Yeah. Your English is very few, like they say.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, did that Spanish translate down to the next generation? So do all your kids speak Spanish?
No, they did not. Actually, well, my daughter, she knows a lot of it. Because, I did. I tried to teach her a lot. But my other two boys, no. It was just easier at home just talking English and, get your point across.
But Grandma and Grandpa, did they talk Spanish to the kids, or?
My parents, yeah.
Okay.
Like my son, Diego, he's the youngest one. He's 17 right now.
Okay.
He knows some things, not a lot.
Yeah.
So my parents, when he goes visit them, they do try to talk to him in Spanish, and he's all like, huh? What?
Right.
So they do a lot of sign languages, like, hey, this or that.
Yeah, and every other word he can pick up and put it together.
Right.
That's like these guys, they were like that with my dad.
Oh, is that right?
Couldn't figure out what my dad was saying to them, and they'd be just
I mean, we got it or something, but that's an ongoing joke that me and my siblings have. Looking back, like, man, I don't think there's ever a time I really understood what Grandpa was saying. Like, looking back, I'm like, I don't know if that was Spanish or incoherent mumbling. I just don't remember.
Or Spanglish.
Just something, man. It was just.
Chris, did you understand Grandpa back in the day?
No.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
mean, it was just one of those things.
It is. Like I'm telling you, my kids do it too. You know,
Yeah.
again,
are they upset with you because you didn't teach them Spanish?
my youngest boy always does.
Really?
give me
Always
crap
has to bring
about
it up, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He
these guys
he
still do
"Man,
that."
You should have taught me. You know, like, sorry, son. You can still learn to take Spanish in high school,
Right? Exactly.
We
And
tell
then-
them, and we said we tried.
We tried.
We tried. You know what happened? I wouldn't say I got unfair. What's the word I'm looking for? Let's say this. I was racially profiled in Spanish class. That's messed up. Like me and a really good friend of mine, a white guy, a good buddy of mine, and we were in the same class together. Our teacher gave him such breaks because he was white, and she gave me such a hard time, like expecting me to know Spanish.
assuming that you should know. the
Yeah,
language,
assuming
right?
it. I'm like, that's not fair. He's clearly cheating on his phone right now, and you can see him. And you're still giving me the harder end of this deal.
You know, and it's funny that you say it because I got the same thing when I was in high school. And I took Spanish 1 year, and she was a nun too. And same thing. So she was just profiling me the whole class, and I'm like, come on.
You know what's even worse is all the kids who spoke Spanish still got C's.
Yeah. Well, I got to be, but
Most of them got C's in my class. I'm like, how are you guys failing?
right.
Or not getting an A?
Right. Well, she liked the kids that are quiet.
I guess.
Didn't say anything.
See, my Spanish teacher, I guess she just let me be the aide. I was able to help the other students out.
you.
Yeah, and there was times that I didn't even have to take a test because I was already helping her doing this and that and helping her grade papers.
That's because you looked old as hell. She thought you were the teacher's assistant.
Yeah, it was the mustache, the caterpillar that I had going to.
Man, maybe I should have did that.
Just
help
fix
out,
your hair,
help
yeah.
out my. We used to call her Sister Spanish.
Sister Spanish?
Yeah, her name was Sister Rita something. I can't remember what. But we used to go Sister Spanish.
Sister Rita?
Yeah, Sister Rita.
Sister Rita.
So, did you play Little League? Any Little League ball? Was there?
Yeah, it was. Because so we used to play with the recreational with Guadalupe Center.
Okay.
We did the soccer, baseball. Soccer were Las Chivas. So we wore the whole thing.
The whole
back
get-up.
Yeah, the whole get up. And of course it was Chato's team, Chris Medina's.
Okay.
And so he'd buy us the whole gear and everything. But what's funny is we played all the kids from the city, right? Like Whatsoever, Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
And of course we're the only good team in the city.
Right.
And we just we beat them all the time, really bad. But that was that, and then the Jets. That was baseball. That team was me, Luther, Stevie Roscoe, Nunez brothers, Mario, and
I know you talking about. Though. I know
them.
what guys you talking about.
Vince Ferrito.
Okay.
Because we all grew up together too,
Yeah.
on the West Side, and we had a great team.
Yeah.
At that time, my skills weren't as good as all the like Luther and
What you've
everybody.
picked up there?
Yeah. And so, but yeah, because I was the guy sitting on the bench all the time,
Okay.
and they'll just bring me in every once in a while.
If somebody didn't show up, and,
Yeah, right. And then Mike, Tony Aguirre, he used to coach us.
Okay.
Also, so he'd be like, "Hey, you go, you're up." But our Stevie Roscoe, he was phenomenal. He's damn good athlete, and his pitching was just amazing.
Oh, he's a pitcher.
Yeah.
What position did you play? When you played?
I pitched. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah?
I pitched and then I outfield.
Oh, okay.
Because I had speed. I was fast. Yeah. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Basketball too? You guys play basketball? Did they have basketball leagues there at the Guadalupe?
Yeah, they did. So I played with the Knights. I can't remember. It was the Rick Salcedo's team.
Okay.
And played with them for probably about a good 5 years. And then we traveled too.
Oh, you guys are traveling.
Yeah.
Oh.
We go to the tournaments in Moline, in Iowa, Wichita, just kind of like softball.
Kinda like we just softball,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like softball, same thing. But we did fairly well. And then we played the league there at Sacred Heart. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Sacred Heart. But I don't know. Rick could always find some guys, man, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Herrera and all them. I don't know. Remember them? Tommy and oh god, there's a guy named Rodney.
The only Tommy Herrera I know is older than us.
Who's
Tommy. He reffed and he played for El Taquito.
Yeah, that's Tommy for her.
Yeah, that's Tommy Herrera,
yeah.
Yeah, so he's my neighbor actually. He lives.
Is he really?
Yeah, he lives down the street from me.
That guy had a great shot.
He was also on the podcast.
Yeah, he was on.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
He's it's funny you say it because he's got some nice, great stories, especially about just a nun.
Oh God!
Remember
my
that?
God,
that's right.
You'd have to listen to that.
Oh wow! Yeah, I am.
There was just a nun. It was a nun that had beautiful hair, and he was just.
You want to put a flashback? I'll do a flashback.
Yeah,
so we'll do a flashback.
Put a flashback to that. Yeah.
All right.
I started playing guitar when I was young. I had this nun, and she was beautiful. I was in love with her. Her name was Sister Suzanne. And man, back then the nuns had to wear that veil.
Yeah, the big hood. Yeah.
So you couldn't see their hair. They were able to wear it out a little bit later. And so I remember when we used to clean the buildings, my brothers and I would go out to the side. She'd be in her classroom.
Yeah.
And one of my brothers would lay down on his hands and knees, and I'd get to jump up on top and peek in to see her because she'd take their veil off, and I got to see her without her veil on her hair.
It was fun having him and hearing his stories. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Nah, pretty good guy. He is.
Yeah.
He is.
And he reffed, and and that's how I knew Tommy, and then I met him and through basketball when we had our team in Kansas, and we would play in the tournaments there in Missouri.
Right.
Then I got to play with El Taquito as well. With
I do remember that
with the Enrique and Tommy, and that was fun. Those was fun. Those were some good times.
I think that's why Tommy came to us maybe after El Taquito.
Okay.
Because I think they stopped for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and what team was that?
We're the Knights.
Oh, the Knights.
The Knights.
Yeah.
The Knights. Then of course there was the Magic and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, David's
City,
team.
Yeah, David's team. Right.
Yeah.
Right. How about Jaime Garcia and them? Well, who did they play with?
Yeah, so Jaime played with us with my uncle Ralphie Pacheco. We had a team called the KC Jazz.
Oh,
we played down in Argentine. Yeah. We played up at the Rodome, up there on 18th Street.
Right.
And then we would take our team across. And then there was times that David would pick Jaime up to go play with him.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So you would consider yourself an athlete growing up then, right?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I loved it. I loved it. That's when when we were all young, we used to look a lot better, right?
Yeah.
But man. I remember having six-pack, pecs.
You had them all.
Yeah, I used to.
They're still under there somewhere, right?
Yeah, they are. They are. It's just under the insulation.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you think about that beer?
That's amazing.
You like it?
Because I do like anything with lime in it. So.
Right, lime and salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who introduced me to those or how I found them, but it saves a lot of damn time. You get you pop your Modelo, you put it in, and then you throw your lime, your salt. You can't get that same mixture you get with these.
If you're going to be doing all that, you might as well do it directly.
I am trying
Modelo.
Modelo, please.
Modelo de chilada, lime and salt.
Yeah, limon y sal.
Lime and salt.
See, I guess I didn't teach this guy.
They didn't teach us. You see what happened?
Is this copyright?
Nah, it's fine.
All right, great.
We can.
What's the line I need to use? I don't.
It's
what's the line that you guys use as DJs?
I don't know I don't own the rights.
I don't know there you go. I don't know the rights to these beer, but it's really damn good to drink. And what's crazy is as I hold it up, you can see right through it because it's green.
So technically, it's green screen.
Right.
So yeah, it went through your face. I noticed that on the last podcast. It goes through your shirt.
Yeah, I was holding
Not
it like
mine,
this.
Though, does it?
Oh yeah,
all of them.
Oh,
go ahead, Dad. Go ahead. Give a professional advertisement real quick, and we'll tag them.
Well, yes, please, Modelo. We love your drinks. We would love for you guys to sponsor our small podcast here we have in Kansas City. But yeah, Modelo, it's for you guys.
That was terrible.
Kina beers.
Okay, you go.
Kina beers.
You got to do it, like how they do it, where they stereotypically purposely have use a Mexican, but then add like the Spanish, like Modelos, quench your thirst.
Quench your thirst.
Quench your thirst.
Órale, Modelos. This is the way it's done. It says.
Best is the razor.
It's a.
Hey, no, seriously, that is becoming like the Budweiser of beers today.
Right.
Seriously, everybody, any party you go to, hey, I got modelos.
Right.
Okay.
And the gringos out there, like, they like to drink in the modelos too.
No, they do. They do.
Hot. They'll drink it hot too.
Ooh, no way. Maybe a Guinness, but not Modelo.
You know what everybody forgets is that Tony Romo is like the biggest sponsor for like Corona. Everybody
Right.
forgets
Yes.
he's Mexican.
He does.
Yeah, he's
He
Mexican.
does.
Yeah, everybody forgets. Nobody realizes that he's Mexican. I explained this to someone today.
Yes.
He's like, I didn't know he was
Yeah,
Mexican.
because his
He's full
grandparents.
blooded. Yeah,
Yes.
he's like,
Uh-huh.
Well, his mom and dad, and of course his grandparents.
Yeah.
Or no, his dad is.
His
I
dad
believe.
is right.
Yeah. his
so
dad.
it's still in home field. Tony Romo, we know you're one of us.
Yeah, even though a lot of people don't like him. Do you like listening to him when he's talking? When he's doing the
Absolutely
games?
not.
Ain't
He's
that
a
something?
little biased sometimes. and he just-
You know what? And that's the way I feel with Joe Buck.
oh, no, he's the worst. He's worse. He's terrible.
Up the middle.
Oh,
You
man.
guys ever see that photo of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman? Like they look like one eye's down and the other eye's up, and they're like,
I haven't seen
then,
that.
And then there's a quote to it. This happened, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago, but it's hilarious. We'll have to find that.
No.
Yeah.
So a minute ago, I don't know if anybody noticed watching, but you did give away the occupation
Oh,
of our guest right here. You said it yourself. I was paying
Yeah.
attention. I don't know if anybody else was, but you said it. So I don't know if it's time yet to reveal.
Yeah, we can go there. So, is it would you call it a hobby or is it a side gig? Is
side
it
gig, yeah.
or is it a
Side
hustle?
gig.
Side hustle?
Side
hustle.
hustle.
There you
Side
go.
hustle.
So you're a local DJ.
Absolutely, yes. And
A crazy DJ or a local DJ?
He's just a local DJ.
Oh,
Well, no, he's right. actually.
You're a crazy DJ, which I need to ask, and all the millions of viewers out there that do know you.
Yes.
How did DJ Nuts come about?
So, going back to Steve Roscoe,
Oh, okay,
he's the one that gave me the name.
really?
Yes. So we're just hanging out in front of his house one day, listening to music and whatnot, and then I told him, I said, hey man, all them years from breakdancing and whatnot, and listening to all these other DJs, and I go, I'm thinking of becoming a DJ. Screw it, man. I go because I love the passion of just hip hop and whatnot, and R&B. And then he's all like, he goes, I got a name for you. He goes, I go, what's that? Because first off, they used to call me just, hey nuts, what's up? This and that.
Why?
So okay,
Why?
now we
Because
Why? Why in the world?
well, and I don't want to say it on the podcast. But
you
I'll
can say
say
it. We'll bleep it out if we have to.
No, well, anyways, there's this kid in the neighborhood.
So we'll rewind that, and
So there's a kid named I don't even want to say his name, but anyways, his name was Arthur. I'm not gonna say his last name, and everyone used to call him Junior's Nuts in the thing.
Okay.
So I guess I'm the one that mostly used it and used it so much that then everyone just started calling me Nuts. It's like, hey, Nuts, hey, what's up, Nuts? Yeah. So anyways, and then so when I was hanging out with my buddy Stevie, my comp, he's all like, hey, I got a name for you. Why don't you just name yourself DJ Nuts? I go, I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, let's do DJ Nuts.
all right, let's
With
start
the
printing
Z,
up the
with the
shirts.
Z.
Yeah,
Don't forget the slam.
slam that
Z.
Z. I was getting ready to say. Don't forget to slam that Z.
Not NUTS. People get it wrong sometimes. I said no.
All right.
Your slogan, DJ Nuts. No one's got a bigger set of speakers than me.
Hey. I was using some other corny one. It's like DJ Nuts, move your butts.
Okay, we can use that one. That'll work.
But I like his better.
You gotta get that dot.
So, so apparently you've been doing this for how long now? You've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, I have 28 years. Going on
Really?
28 years. I started, I call La Fonda, and we know the Charans. We all know the Charans really well. Call Maria. I'm like, hey, I want to test this out. I got some equipment, and I want to start doing this stuff. And she's all like, sure, let's try you out. And I did, and
Hell, you know what? Now I think about
that's
it.
where
I
I took
think
off.
I have, listened to you play down there.
yeah, and of course, then they had a bunch of other performances down there from everyone else too. But so that was the place to do it for And and I told her, I said, you don't have to pay me nothing, just let me try this out. And just took off from there.
And was that a thing where people would hear you play and say, "Hey, how much do you charge for how many? How many hours?" And
so that's how my business even works today. I do have the Facebook. I think that since Facebook came out, that's always the best thing that I've used so far. But before that, of course, it was all word of mouth. Word of mouth.
So everybody had nuts in their mouth?
Salty, maybe. No.
Oh, yeah. Rent free is what I'm going to say. There you go.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
I think it's because it's wearing a late.
Yeah.
But no, anyways, that's how I started.
All right. Well, that's, please, feel free to give yourself a plug anytime you want. Let's get you out there.
Look at the camera and tell them where they'll find you. Where can you find?
Where can we find DJ Nuts in your?
Where can you find these nuts at?
No, I like the speaker one. What was that again?
I said DJ Nuts. No one's got a bigger set. Of speakers.
Nobody's got a bigger set of speakers.
And I don't own the rights to this. No.
Yeah. Well, because I've had DJs come through here. I had Lisa G.
Right.
I had Fernando.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, I had him in.
He's doing very well.
Yeah, he's got a nice business going.
Well. Yeah.
What are the DJs we have in here?
Hedda used to DJ, didn't he?
No, he would spin just like the records.
Oh,
that was his thing.
Right. That was hard.
Maybe one day I get DJ Spin to come in here talk a little bit. Like I said, he and I go back.
Well, him and I network. I just filled in for him up at Nick and Nino's pub up by Tiffany Springs up north, up north. And so, I fill in for him every once in a while. And so, we network.
That's cool.
Yep.
So what kind of events do you do then?
Like I'm saying, that's a pub, but most of the time what I started with is just private events from quinceañeras, what do you call weddings?
Yeah.
Sweet 16s.
Yeah.
You name it.
Birthday party.
Sweet 16.
Yeah.
That sounds messed up.
Yeah.
I don't think as a parent I could hire a DJ Nuts to do my little girl's wedding.
Well, okay. There's another name I do go.
Oh, okay,
by,
okay.
So,
The other one.
Yeah. Well, what I do say is just DJ Hugo. That's it.
Okay.
It's DJ Hugo.
Okay, so you got to be careful because when you put when you put DJ Hugo out there, and then you put Nuts underneath it, then people may see Hugo Nuts or does it say Huge Nuts?
Oh no,
misspelling.
Huge or O? Huge Hugo.
Huge old.
And I've heard that before many times as well. That's hilarious.
Well, we'll reworkshop it again. We'll call you DJ Ready Set Hugo.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Well, man. No, well, so you say you do as more of like a side gig and everything, a side hustle. Did you have to kind of adapt as you kind of got more and more into it, more gigs, like maybe better equipment, or have you kind of stuck to?
No, of course. Oh yeah, you have to stay on your equipment for sure. Yeah. That and on top is the music.
New age stuff, man. You can't always play
your library. You just after each gig. You do learn. You learn when people request things. It's like, oh, I forgot about that song, or if not only that, when they do request things, they know what their people want, and so you got to follow that. But
nowadays, it's more about a playlist, right? Do they bring you a playlist, or do they just, or do you? Will you take a playlist?
No, absolutely. I do it. However, yes.
So interesting enough, like when I went to a wedding,
I am not fucking done talking.
I'm talking what you're talking about.
So if they bring you a playlist, this makes it easy for you, though, right? I mean, you'd be like, okay.
Well, okay.
Here, let me have your phone.
Right.
Put it in, and then I'm gonna go sit down and eat pozole.
Can I say it real quick then?
All right.
Okay, because I went to.
Yeah, boy. Go ahead.
I went to a wedding, and what they did on the RSVP is what they did was they said, all right, what kind of drinks, this, that, food or something. And then one of them was a song you would get up and dance to. So that way everybody was coming to the wedding, RSVP'd, put in a song. So hopefully, ideally.
That's a very good idea. It is. Yes. I've done that before.
Okay, where everybody sends in a song that at least way everybody gets to hear something they want to hear.
Right.
What?
So a couple weekends ago, I went to a party, and we were up at a bar, and I'm like, I'm jamming. A cousin of mine's with me. We're jamming out, and there's not a whole lot of people there. Not even people were dancing. But anyway, I was like, I feel like listening to something.
Right.
So I get up, I go to the DJ, and I said, "Hey, how about some BBD, Poison?" I said, I'd like to hear that.
And that's simple enough.
Poison. Yeah, and that son of a bitch pointed at his empty cup that said tips.
No.
And I was like, seriously?
Right. No.
All right, whatever. And he didn't play it.
Did you tip him?
I didn't have any cash.
Oh.
I don't carry cash. And
No one does, man. You gotta have
I know,
that. You gotta have the PayPal right there, the Venmo right there.
I know, right? Does that explain why he had an empty cup, plastic cup there?
And he said, "You should have been like, you thirsty? You want a drink?"
I know.
Right,
shit, I
right.
should have just bought him a beer. Here, I can use my card here. If I buy you a beer, can you play a song for me? Son of a bitch. I was like, are you serious, man? And I'm like, whatever. Yeah,
Right.
but he literally just points at his cup like, you want to hear a song? Let me have $1. Fuck.
Yeah, and some DJs do. They stick to they have their guard up, and it's like, come on.
But
man.
it wasn't like people like the dance floor was
No,
crowded,
right.
or or it
Yeah, like maybe like 6 couples, maybe a couple
and
stragglers.
he might have played a song back to back, the same song back to back because he couldn't figure out what song he wanted to play next. I'm like, come on, dude, just
He said, "Move over. Let me get back here. Let me
the
do it."
disaster.
here's my playlist. Here's my phone. Man,
Yeah. When was this? Not long
this was a
ago?
couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Now, was he like, mixing the songs at all? Or
no,
not?
I mean
it was
just
one song right after the other.
Faded in and
right
out.
after another. I mean, he would. Yeah, I'm just bad talking to this guy too. That's the
we haven't
grumpy.
said his name,
That's the
so
grumpy
that's
old
good.
man in me. But I mean, he was kind of like playing a song, and where's my fucking sound effects at?
Did he stop at Did he stop at halfway through to go to the next song?
The next one, yeah, all the
You know,
volume
I
down.
mean, he would play a song. I mean, he didn't even have the shit I have right here.
Whatever.
And I might look. I got.
Check this out.
Oh,
See, I can.
that is cool.
Check this out.
Yeah, I played this.
cool.
I played this app for Lisa, and she's like, "Oh, I need that app." You know,
so
I
do
said,
I.
"Yeah."
That fucking
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
And I had to rewind. But I mean, he didn't even have any of this stuff. But he would play a song and then he kind of scratch a little bit, which I don't understand how that works if they're not using. How does the scratching come about if you're not using an actual?
So there's the wheels.
Vinyl.
There's
Yeah,
the
you
wheels
have the
on
two
the
wheels.
the wheels and
of steel.
yeah,
Right.
Right, Chris?
one aluminum, one plastic.
Yeah, that's how cheap they've gotten. But no, the wheels. It's kind of like a record.
Yeah.
When you're trying to scratch, and it does. Yeah, it does the same thing.
Really, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I have to say, it's a lot more sophisticated today than back in them days, and that's why it really pushed me to try to do this stuff today or 28 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I used to see my friends; they used to have turntables and whatnot, and the mixer and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just the neatest thing because back in the '85. That's you weren't, that was new, that was like way ahead of its time back in them days. So it's like, man, I want to do that. I want to try that out.
Yeah, I mean, this is how far back we go. DJ Spin, Steven,
He's really good.
yeah, he had his turntables. Okay, funny story. Him and one of his buddies doing the DJ thing back in the day, and somehow I got affiliated with them. I don't know how I did that, how I got in, but I was all into music, and I had all the vinyls
Right.
as well. But I didn't DJ.
Right.
And when I did DJ, I was using cassettes.
Right.
You remember those days? You rewind,
Right.
pause,
That's-
rewind.
That's hard.
You sit there. Okay,
There it is.
right there. That's the spot I needed. I'm gonna let this one play. I'm gonna let it fade. I'm gonna hit pause.
At a minute
Remember?
30.
Yeah, there you go.
It used to be an art, man, and you had to sit there.
Right?
It was a skill.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
he had his setup, and I remember going to his house when he was there with his mom and dad, and to this day I still have my own personal cassette playlist
Right.
that I threw in there. I threw the Maxwell
Maxwell. Or
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah.
Right.
So I threw that in there. Boom, hit record. through the vinyl, let it play. But I didn't scratch. I didn't fade. I let that song in, and boom, I'd start this one, and I freaking still have that tape, which is pretty cool, you know.
Oh, wow.
And I recorded my own. Like I said, it was a playlist.
Right,
for
right,
myself,
right. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah,
It was hard to do any of that back in the days. Very, very
and I was just, so, but he was doing it, and I even I came up with the design for their little company that they had going,
right.
And I did the logo. I think it was Yeah Boy Productions. Is what they
boy.
Who
shit.
spins?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
It was Yeah Boy, and it was off of Public Enemy.
Right, right.
And so, man, and I still have the business card. I still have one of the business cards that we had printed up.
It wasn't even a phone number. It was a page number.
It was actually my phone number.
Oh.
I mean, we all had our different cards, and, I didn't DJ, but I'd be like, hey, here's a card.
I'm the manager.
It was almost like a manager. Yeah, so yeah. Well,
promoter.
There
you go. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyway, nothing about me. Do you remember your first gig? Your very first gig you had?
That's what it was. It was at La Fonda. That was my first gig, and then
Okay, but how about your first gig after that? When somebody said, was it a quince? Was it a?
Oh yeah. Well, I did a couple more before I even did an actual private gig. Is what I think is what we're getting at. But
yeah.
Could I get a time frame? Like what point in history are we talking?
28 years ago. So I don't want to give my age.
Oh damn! So the 90s. Okay. Okay. So 90s.
Yes.
That's solid. Okay, I'm just trying.
Late 90s. Yeah.
Great selection of music then. So
Yes.
anything was ahead.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, we still play that music.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, even but then back then that was like less than 10 years, so all that was new still, and it was like
Yeah.
Now it's vintage. Back then it was like, damn, these playing
Right. Yeah. So, anyways, so I was doing that up on, and then someone just came up to me and wanted me for a wedding, and so then I had to get more equipment because I didn't have a mic.
Yep.
I didn't have lights. All I had was just like my mixer and then my speakers
and a flashlight.
Yeah, right.
You had to hire some of your cousins stand back there and just fucking with the lights.
Here we go, bringing planes in.
That's right. With the big family. Oh yeah. Come on, vámonos. But so that was my first gig. Big gig was, and it paid well as well. So I was like, once I saw that money for that one's like,
do you mind if I ask how much?
What?
How much you got paid for that gig?
At that time,
no, not you.
Oh,
at that time it's $300.
Okay, because I mean, if we're doing equivalency, $300 in, like nowadays we're talking about like probably like $1,000, like just for like something.
Depending on the size of the party,
the venue,
correct.
The venue, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
$300 and $99. That was solid right there. That was just like I'll take that.
Right, and weddings today, holy hell! I mean, that's where the money's at.
Because they want everything, right? They want the lights and and you have. Do you have to MC?
Exactly, and that's another thing that I had to learn on top of that.
Oh, really?
Well, not MCing, but more just doing the announcements and what.
Same thing we talked about too with Fernando about. He said you got to learn to be a little bit more.
You got to
spoken
and engage. Yeah, you got to engage folks and just let them know what's going on throughout the whole reception.
Yeah.
So, but then again, the announcements of the whole events throughout the whole wedding. With a father and daughter dance, cutting of the cake, bouquet toss.
There's a lot to it. Yeah,
it is. There is.
But then you have to let music play while that's going on. Right. You gotta.
And that's one thing that I try not to do is have like a space where there's no music.
No music playing.
Yeah. That's not cool. To me, it's not.
Right. No, I get it.
To me, it's not. So I try to keep just the music going throughout the whole event because I'm getting paid for it. So.
Oh yeah.
Again, so you had to use your other.
That's why it takes me back to somebody gives you a playlist.
Right.
And you're
now see for that, yes. Like let's say for the dinner part of a wedding, you just what I use is Spotify, and then I just make a list on Spotify, and that's the easiest way.
Let the commercials play.
No. I used to have the darn thing.
You had to turn it down real quick. Oh shit!
Turn it down.
I learned my lesson. It's like, no, I'm doing Prime.
Dawn soap is brought to you by.
The restrooms are way in the back, and you have anybody.
That's when you had to change up the name, though.
Right.
You're out there, ladies and gentlemen. First time as a woman now, Miss Gabriela Martinez. Brought to you by DJ Nuts. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right. with the big set.
There you go. Big set of
But big set.
speakers.
Big set.
Yeah. Do you have a logo?
I do. I do.
I'm curious now to see this logo.
I'd have to. I do have it.
You'll have to send it to
Yeah,
one
well-
of us, and I'll put it up again right
Yeah,
here.
we'll
This
post
is-
it.
I'll go ahead and I'll do it like this, just in case it is what I think it may be.
No, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I'll
That's
give it
fine.
to you.
Yeah. We can see it later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your worst gig? Has there ever been a gig where you'd be like, "Oh, this is
Yeah, the deaf gig that I did a while back. No, I'm kidding.
wow."
A deaf gig, man. Anybody know been dancing? It's like they don't even know.
No.
Okay, but you know what? Going back
No,
to
I'm kidding.
going to it. But did you ever have any?
No, yeah, there was. I mean, starting off, I mean, there was because that was the thing. You know, you trying to feel the crowd and learn the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, and you only have 4 hours to do that. Not less than that. And so, but yeah, trying to figure out what music to play that everyone get out there and start dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really tough to begin.
Sure.
Very, very tough. And then,
Like you know what you like to hear.
Exactly,
but
right,
It may
right.
not be what everybody else
no,
wants.
exactly. Nope. So that's why I'm saying the requests, when people start requesting stuff,
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier.
I used to be like that guy, like you were just talking about, you know, but
You want something?
right.
Put it in the cup.
Put it in the cup. But then I'm like, you just learn what they're requesting. And once you do that, once you start playing, it's like, oh, well, then I should have just went with them type of artists or whatever, you know, or that type of music. So,
Sure.
so yeah, then they start dancing.
So like you said, you play music, you feel the crowd.
Right.
So you see Head as a more out there. What do you play? Do you have to tease them or what?
That guy, well, okay, so I just saw him just recently
Okay.
at my gig because he knows DJ Spin very well.
Yeah.
And so, man, when he got there, yeah, that guy was just already amped up to
Just
dance to something that he recognizes, though, you know?
right.
So I forgot what song it was that I played, but it was an old school song. And then there he is, kind of like little,
And you
like
kinda
moving
like-
and stuff, because he's standing next to me, and then he just started moving around like, I'm like, damn, man, all right, you can be my backup dancer.
You that's when you lit the fuse.
Yeah.
that guy.
So come to that. The question, going back to the question you asked me, is yes, I think what I would go with is something 90s hip hop or 80s hip hop, something,
Yep.
something.
He
So-
busted out his ponytail for that night. Remember, it's sitting in his closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have long hair back in them days.
Yeah, he had a ponytail. He said he used to whip everybody's ass when he was windmilling.
I said he cleaned the floor when
He looked like Indiana Jones out there.
Yeah, like Kung Fu or something.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Hera.
Yeah, yeah. So let's go before we end our show here. We need to talk about
Sure.
breakdancing.
Okay.
Okay, so you said you saw Head on. That's one thing. Head, I had some funny stories.
all the guests have seen it. We need to say it. All right, everybody who's watching,
Yep.
the fellow members of these freaking groups, it's time for a reunion special. All right, I know you guys are all 50 plus.
Yes.
but
Okay.
one
I
time,
agree.
one event night.
Speaking of reunion, we're definitely going to get that because Mark Grado has already said, "All right, damn it, we're going to get this done. He's going to come in town. We're going to get
Oh,
Head
man,
Eye. We're going to get yep."
I love it.
And so I don't know if you saw. So when Mark Grado came in, I gave him the sad story that man, I wanted to be a renegade. That's what I wanted. to be.
Okay.
But I was from Argentina.
Right.
Guy walks in here, gives me a bag. He says, "Open this." I open it up. It's a black jacket, members only. It says Renegades on the back.
Oh, wow.
And he put this logo right underneath.
And the letters are red.
Yeah. Actually,
They're
back in the
red.
day, they
Yes,
were in the
red
jackets.
and black is what
They were red, yeah. But in this one, he went on ahead and did it in white.
Oh, got you.
Embroidery,
Okay, got you.
so
Yeah.
it'll stand out more.
Right. Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah. So I think I wore it in the episode with the Head. I came in because Head, I was like, damn, cuz I noticed your jacket, man. It said Renegades on
I
the
think
back.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see
I said, yeah, that's why I
I
put
was
it on.
wondering what
here.
you were wearing. I'm like,
Yeah,
then when
it was
you-
a members only
Because
jacket.
then when you brought in Juan, you brought out the old windbreaker or the old
Remember the windbreakers we used to just pull
Yeah,
over?
yep.
You know?
that fold up into a bag.
bag, yep.
I still have my windbreaker. My dad had it, put it away forever. He
he passed away. I'm cleaning out his stuff, and
Right.
there's my windbreaker right there.
Oh, we used to call them parachute pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the parachute jacket.
Yeah,
The parachute
yeah.
pants.
Well, Hugo, let's make sure we know. What you were part of which group?
I was the Phantom Poppers.
You were a Phantom Popper.
Yes, on
Okay.
the west side.
So
Yes.
so it was the Moras.
Moras and Phantom Poppers.
Who are they? If you don't mind me asking, Moras. Was it a
Well, Morris Club back in the day, the bar.
okay?
You know where Taqueria Mexico's at today?
Yes.
On Santos Boulevard?
Uh-huh.
That's what the bar used to be.
Really? It was a bar.
And so that's where we go practice all the time into a bar. That's what, and so, but who ran it was Anna Mora.
Okay.
She was part of all the Moras that ran the bar, basically.
Okay.
And, but
So
yeah.
we had this 12 to 18-year-old kids practicing in a bar.
Yes.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And so at any time, like we got done, whatever breakdancing in there and stuff, you come out of there and you smell like smoke.
But you know what? They had a clean floor after you guys were done.
they
Their floor was
did.
over.
They did.
You walked out there. Why you smell like smoke? Because we're on fire in there, man. You should see
go.
these moves.
That or the throat from yesterday.
Right?
So, are you gonna? Is this the video you showed me?
Yeah.
Are we going
so
to?
yeah.
Oh, God.
We
So
need
there's-
to. We need to
So we
discuss.
could play a little clip.
Everybody, should we do it right now? Should we say a little introduction first of it?
Go ahead.
So, recently found was
Well,
a-
what I recently found is because he sent
yes,
it to me.
sent it to us. We got we got actual footage from the Phantom Poppers from when they did their taping for whose newscast or
Do you
who
remember
was
who
it?
that was?
Who
I
was
don't
it?
remember the actual name of the person who did the thing, but it was a late night show in Liberty.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and this is back in '85,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, and so so that's what we used to do. We used to they used to call us. I mean, because we were our own group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd get calls for whatever, like fashion shows to parties to whatever, and so it was a business, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But and I'm not trying to talk bad about anyone, but we never saw one penny of that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So there,
Well, you're not going to see another one right now. First time right now on the Big Modcast, the Phantom Poppers, 38 years later. Take a look.
Here we go.
To all of y'all out there that like to spin around and around.
Anthony, Chico, Hugo, and Gabriel, and we are the Morris Phantom Poppers.
Okay, the Morris Phantom Poppers, they're going to do a routine for us. Let's take a look at it, okay? Good deal.
That's hilarious. Yeah. And
And we watched it. You know what? I like that. I thought that was very fun because you guys
Yes.
are all in your routine in the blue suits.
no. They were you guys.
Gray. They're
Great. It
gray.
was great. Yeah.
Great.
You know, you guys are doing your off to the side while your main guys are.
But I mean,
And I was 15 at that time.
Yeah.
so-
There was a
so
literal
you were
height
one of the
ladder.
Small guys.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
and
let
we
me-
looked the
let me get
same
this
too.
straight.
You guys look like the Jackson 5 in terms of like body size.
Right? Right?
So in the video, so you let me guess. I'm gonna guess you were the one that was hanging on. Okay, one of your partners. put it on the shoulder on the helicopter.
Yes,
That's
the helicopter.
So you were the one on the legs.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
I thought.
You guys
had
were
nice
Titanicing that.
Full, nice full head of hair.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I had the Buster Brown haircut. It was like
Yeah. No, that's cool. And you had the windmill down.
yes.
Yeah.
That's when the windmill just started too.
Really?
So okay, let me go back to
Go ahead.
to how I even wanted to even. Well, I knew we were gonna get on that show, right?
Oh, you did or didn't?
I did. I did. So I didn't know the windmill yet, right?
Oh, okay.
So I practiced my butt off for 2 days.
Yeah.
Trying to get the windmill, trying to do it. And of course, because of the movie Beat Street, right?
Right, yeah.
Because of the movie, and that right there just pushed everyone to be
definitely.
breakdancers. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
you
talked
want to
about
be
that.
you want to be New York, you know.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, But by the time I got to the show, I had a huge bruise on my side
From windmilling?
From trying to windmill. Yeah,
Kept
It's,
falling and just
right, exactly, and hit my side instead of pushing myself.
Yeah.
up. And so, but then I just figured it out. It's like, okay, this is how you do it. So yeah, self-taught.
Self-taught, or you didn't, or did you get the cassette?
No.
And the video,
Right.
Alfonso Ribeiro. Remember that?
Oh God,
he was selling.
Dude, I
Yes,
had that.
yes.
I'll have to show you that. It's actually on TikTok. I just found it.
How
here
to
not too long.
moonwalk, how to
Hi, I'm
pop,
Alfonso
how to
Ribeiro.
pop.
You know what? Let's put that clip in right here so people will know what I'm talking about.
Telmac presents Alfonso Ribeiro.
Hi. I wasn't born a dancer. I learned to do it with a lot of help. And with my help, you can learn too. Moves like the moonwalk. Or the King Tut. It's all right here in my breaking and popping book. Almost 100 pages that simply and clearly take you through the moves. In a few minutes, you could be doing backspins that will flip out your friends, or eye-popping moves like the centipede.
Really?
Yeah, so it's Alfonso. It's Carlton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got on it. I think it's Michael Jackson jacket
He
on,
does.
right?
Was this post or pre?
This
Will's
was
the Fresh Prince.
No,
No,
he was like
because he was in the
he was like
in the
10.
Pepsi commercial too.
Yeah, I
he's,
don't even
he's
know
wearing
if
the Beat Street jacket.
Yeah.
And
Or no,
and
the
he did
Beat It
Yeah,
jacket.
the
Wait,
Beat
what
It.
did you say? What did you say? He was how old?
He was probably what 10?
Yeah.
So,
at that time.
damn, this was damn.
Yeah.
yeah,
this was
right. That's how he started.
Holy crap!
Because he was on
the Pepsi
Silver Spoons. He was
Yeah,
on the
right,
show
yeah,
Silver
right.
Spoons.
Yeah, he
didn't know
was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, because there's even an episode where he actually showing off his dance moves inside of a nice little diner or something.
Right.
But yeah, so
Interesting.
he promoted the cassette, the music, the board, the cardboard,
Right.
and
You got
a
all this in
booklet.
the mail.
Yes, yes. I had this, son. I had this. Grandma bought this for me, and even the booklet.
I couldn't
You're getting
afford it.
tagged, Alfonso. We're gonna find this.
I know I
in-
was the only kid.
Right,
so
I couldn't
maybe
afford it. So.
Yeah, so
Again,
yeah,
I
we'll
was
put that out there.
self-taught.
Oh, this wasn't part of like a cereal box collection.
Nope,
No,
it wasn't.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Well,
Yeah.
Carlton, Alfonso,
Right.
you're gonna have to give us some more info here. We're gonna reach out to you.
Yeah, right. It was a cool little video, and I was like, oh my god, I want to learn how to do that.
Right.
I never learned how to windmill. I maybe I was just too big at the time. I couldn't do it.
I tried to teach myself a couple years back.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. I'm
Hey, you think you could do it
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I tried. No.
I was too disproportionate.
I could still spin on my back.
Okay, yeah, I can still do that too. I would do that in
You just need help getting to your back.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
right. I got you.
And then I'll.
Well,
Right.
I'll tell you this: I can go in still today into a half windmill into a spin.
okay.
I can still do that, but I'm not doing it.
We're saving it for the reunion. We're saving it for the
There we go.
reunion
That's
group
right.
tour.
That's right.
So
That's
yes,
I'll be in better shape by then.
Oh, there
Mark
you go.
Raider, yes, we need to get this done. We need to get all the Phantom Poppers together, the Renegades,
Right.
LQB, the Vice Lords. That was my group back in the KC.
There was another group that was awesome. They just did nothing but locking. They're called Master Lock.
Yeah,
Master
we
Lock.
talked about them because
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
Hedda was talking about them too.
Yeah, Hedda, yeah.
Master Lock was they're amazing because it was locking was it wasn't around then. Breakdancing came first, and then locking came after that, and while then popping and stuff that was already there, but then locking came after that. And when they were doing it, it's like what is that? That's pretty neat. I mean, there's no breakdancing. I was just
You're over here like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
yeah, it's like, woo, woo. But yeah, Kenny Foster was in that group, and he grew up in Carnes area.
Okay.
And then his buddy, I can't remember his name, but it was him and his buddy all the time. And had I tell you about all the contests that we used to get into?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were fun because we got into them too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we the group that I was in, we never did.
No.
No. That's why I wanted to be a renegade.
Yeah. Right.
And then, of course, Mark says, I didn't know you wanted to be a renegade, So,
Right.
So a lot of people in the
35
comments,
years later, he brings me to Jackson. Okay, you're now a member of the Renegades.
there's like a bunch of different
Too
people.
late. No,
I know.
I'm kidding.
You gotta go. You gotta go back and look at those episodes when they're talking about.
I do.
it.
I really
These-
do.
Yeah, you know what? But and it's pretty funny because he even said, and I asked him, I said, Mark, you think you ever, nope, you'd have to pay me to try to get me back out and dance, just playing around.
Yeah.
And then I start talking about it. And then there, Mark sent a message.
This snowball is
Yeah,
rolling.
Mark
It's
said, he
awesome.
goes, all right, you guys talk me into it. We need to do something just for fun. Right. I mean, can you imagine? Seriously?
No, that'd be awesome. I thought about that too, about a reunion or something.
Let's do it.
Not only that.
Yeah. Also, you know any DJs that could probably play that night?
Spin.
Okay. And Spin's be another one who's going to want to be out there dancing with us.
No, another thing I wanted to bring up, though, is not only a reunion that we need to do, there is no, history of that time within our communities. And what would be needed is a book that someone comes up with, about the history of all the Latinos that used to do it in Argentine.
I own a production company. We'll shoot a video. We'll get testimonies of all these dancers and talk about it. And we'll try and find old video.
Yes,
and then
that'd be awesome.
If someone can find video of anybody at Indian Springs,
got a couple.
I'm talking about Indian Springs. I'm talking about Indian Springs.
Did you ever break dance at Indian Springs? Did you guys ever go to Indian Springs?
We did once in a while. Where we go most of the time was Independence Center.
Oh, okay. So you guys stayed on the Missouri side.
And not only that, but we always used to face the Samoans out there. They were
Samoans.
Awesome. Yeah, they were awesome. They're more like Beach Street, like the movie Beach Street.
Yeah.
Let's find them. Let's find these Samoans.
Haddock said he did run into one of the guys because he used to go up against them too. In Independence centers, but
I never did go that far.
Yeah,
Independence Center.
Well, I used to dance also with Los Quebrantantes Bailadores.
Oh yeah, with WB?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I was cheating on Phantom Poppers, and they wanted me to come over there and
oh yeah.
Sure. So,
guys, put your mustache on.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna recognize me with this mustache. Comb your hair back.
Yeah. Like Paul.
Wear your different colors.
Right.
Yeah.
But
God, I wish I lived in the 1980s.
Yeah, it was fun. 80s were a lot of fun. But who used to drive us out there was the only one who had a car at that time was Bear.
Okay.
Remember Bear?
Yes.
Yeah. So he used to drive us all the way up to Independence and go face the Samoans.
Yeah. So then there was times you would be down in Argentine hanging out with these guys.
Yeah. We used to go down there and practice by what is that, Klopper Field? Yeah.
Klopper. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a reinstate it again. All you old members watching right now, watching the Big Podcast, the reunion special will be coming. We'll get it.
I tell you who our windmiller is, if you didn't know, but it was Jaime.
Yeah.
Jaime was our windmiller.
And he still did it until like a couple years ago.
Yeah, he would still do it at parties.
Well, him and I, we're down at a Holy Name one time in the basement. This is about 5 years ago. Well, this is after a gathering that we just had, and then there he is, and little Jaime trying to do it, and then I tried to do it too. I'm like, oh no, I'm done.
Help me up.
I couldn't do it.
Dang, that's good. Who was your rival back then?
Well,
was it the Renegades? Was it
Renegades mainly? No offense, Mark Grado, but yeah, and what's not. I don't mean to say this bad, but there's. Because we're pretty popular with Phantom Poppers. Where again, like I'm telling you, we used to get gigs out from whatever shows there was out there, like fashion shows, parties, like I was saying. And,
you know what's funny?
Just any gathering.
You know what's funny? No offense, but I don't know who to believe. Everybody that's come in with a different group and said, "Oh yeah, no, we were that group. We were that group." I don't know who to believe, man.
Right.
There's too many.
Did you guys perform at the Worlds of Fun when the New York City Breakers?
Yes,
we're judging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Then we even saw the Jets up there. Actually, I think we.
One of the girls, we made eye contact.
Yeah.
We made eye contact. She was singing, "I got a crush on you." I know she was singing to me.
Yes, you, Ralph Macchio, out in the crowd.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm telling you, those were fun days.
What gear did you guys wear? Did you guys wear Puma, Adidas? What was it? Nike?
No, we had our own deal, man. You know the MC Hammer pants?
Yeah.
The big ones like that?
Yeah.
Those are mainly Spaniard pants that they do flamenco with.
Okay.
And so one of our guys, he got the idea of wearing those because, it was no one was ever wearing anything like that. So, so we got them and they're just really baggy. And then, from the knee down, it was tight. Right? It was tight. Yeah. Yeah, we look like clowns, but I mean, it was.
I know. I wore those all the time too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Look like in the 20s. That's what we look like. 1920s.
Yeah, but no, man, that's good stuff right there, bro. That's
it really is.
Just those times, and like I said, let's try to start a reunion or something.
We got to.
Right,
we got to write a book too. Someone's got to write a book about it.
That'd be cool.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, But before we end this podcast, I'm gonna ask you something real quick. It's pick this or that. This segment is called This or That.
Okay.
So let's start off with scary movies or funny movies. What do you prefer?
Funny.
Funny movies?
Yeah.
You have a favorite one?
Let's see. Well, depends on what era.
I get it. Any era. Whatever movie you like out there. Yeah.
I did like the Eddie Murphy movies.
Like The Nutty Professor.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, there you go.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Coming to America.
Trading Places.
Yes. Coming to America was really funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Trading Places is pretty good too. But I just loved Eddie Murphy back in them days. Eddie Murphy was just
Party All the Time.
Funny as hell.
Party All the Time.
It's funny.
Yeah. How often do you play Party All the Time? Anybody ever asked for that?
They have, yes. They have.
That's amazing if they have, because I don't think anybody knows. We talked about some on this episode.
Yeah.
Someone did that because I do like still some gigs here in the locally.
Yeah.
And so a good friend of mine, they kept asking for it. And I can't remember who it was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a jam though,
It is a jam.
And we talk about it in our last episode with Rafa Oropesa. We were talking to him and I brought it up and we were just that was just a joke. And it was a joke.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was just a total joke.
And I like Milli Vanilli,
Yeah, I guess that was. But they had all kinds of hits. Yeah. What do you prefer, fried or grilled?
That's a good one.
Fried. Well, the reason I said,
or should I say healthy or
exactly
unhealthy,
right? That's what I'm getting at. Okay, grilled. Because I do love to grill stuff. And, when it gets at least 45 degrees, I don't care. I'm out there grilling. I love doing it. And then, drink some chelas.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Relaxing. It's relaxing.
What do you prefer, 3 foot of snow or 36 inches of rain?
36 inches of rain.
And really?
Yeah. I'm not.
You're like F with all that
snow,
right?
Okay, as a kid, I did enjoy snow and all that. But today, the older I'm getting, no. I hate snow.
Jesus, man, 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, well, actually, we used to get that.
We used to get that back in the day.
And they didn't call off school. We walked through that crap.
Well, that was before, global warming was invented.
They would make tunnels for the kids to walk to school if you live right.
Yeah, we're little Eskimos. Like, hey, the nun's going to beat me up today.
All right, going back to the grill, this burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers for sure.
Yeah.
Angus
burgers.
Yeah.
Can't go
hungry.
The ones I do get is Kirkland from Costco.
Okay.
They got the big package there.
Yeah.
And man, those are delicious. They're like, I don't know, $18-20 the whole package. I think comes with like 24 of them. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's about that time to start firing up that grill.
It is. It's getting there.
It's going to get warmer this weekend. Maybe grill out this weekend.
I should have brought some Kirkland patties.
I'm hungry.
And number 5, hot weather or cold weather?
Oh, hot for sure. I was born in August. I'm a summer guy, and even like when we play ball, I don't mind sweating and whatnot. I mean, because after that, you can enjoy yourself and drink a chela.
Nice. Modelo chelada. Limón y sal. Please.
La cerveza más fina.
Hell yeah. Yeah. But yep. That's it, cuz I appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. I was delighted.
I'm glad you're here. Like I tell everybody, it's just fun. We sit down, we chat, let's talk a little bit,
Right, absolutely. I mean, just like we're sitting on a porch just talking.
Yeah, drinking beers.
You want to go ahead, look into the camera, plug any socials you may have for the businesses.
Say it again.
Go ahead, look in the camera and plug any socials you may have for the business.
Gigs,
for the gig. Yeah. Well, my real name's Hugo Melgoza. So I go by DJ Nuts. I am on Facebook. The most one that I'm more active with is Hugo Boss. You can look me up that way as well. And I do have a DJ Nuts Entertainment Facebook as well. So look me up either way. I'm always ready to go for you, and we'll make it happen.
Hell yeah!
I'm fired up and ready to go, DJ Nuts.
I'm sure you hear that shit all the time.
Yeah, I do,
DJ Nuts.
I do. And then I tell people it's NUTZ. I mean, it's crazy, like loco.
Hey,
like,
then why don't you call DJ Loco? You know what? I don't know. It's DJ too late now. I'm too invested.
Right. Right.
Well, once again, this has been the Big Modcast. Please subscribe, share. We're close to the 200 followers mark, so please go follow, tell everybody about it. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, every podcast you can find.
Yeah. Thank you, son. That was cool.
Yep. Oh yeah. Again, once again, this is the end of season 3. We will see you soon for season 4. Thank you again for listening this far into the show. I appreciate all the fans listening for sure.
Yeah, thank you everybody out there for listening, for watching. Love the support. We go out and about and people say, hey, we love your podcast and this and that. And we're also doing trivia. In case anybody's wondering, we do trivia night. Yeah, I'll explain to you that there. But anyway, I'll explain it on another episode. But yep, that's about it.
Yep. It's been fun,
Hugo,
guys.
thank you so much.
No problem.
I appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you guys too.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until then, peace out.
Órale.